So welcome to your slow flow practice. Today we are going to be moving into what's called a ladder. So it's going to be building on each sequence or each vignette, adding on a little bit of a stronger pose every time we come to the seed or like the start of the practice. Okay, so let's actually start in child's pose. Come down onto all fours, open your knees wide, big toes to touch. Sink your hips back to your heels and your forehead can come onto the mat. Get nice and long through the sides of your body. Take a full breath in and exhale to press all of the weight back into your hips. Just notice how this feels as we expand into the shoulder blades, into the ribs. Now, anytime throughout this practice, if you need to take a break, this is a really nice place to come back. Take as much time as you need. All right, make your way up into tabletop position. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Inhale to reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Open up your chest. Then exhale to thread the arm all the way through. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, reach all the way up, nice and slow. Open up across the heart. Exhale to weave through. Breathe in and out. So weave all the way through. Reach over to the left side of your space and then bring your right shoulder blade and ear to the mat. Open up through the upper back. Now the hips are going to stay pretty high, just like you're in a tabletop position. And feel that stretch in the upper back. And right into that spot between the spine and the shoulder blade. Good. All right. Inhale, rise back up, reach all the way to the top. And then exhale, the hand comes down. Other side. Take a big breath in, reach up. And exhale to pull through. So 3 big reaches. Breathe in. Now there's a sensation of slowness and we're just really taking our time so that we can feel every little bit through the transitions. Good, one more time. Big breath in, come all the way up. Keep pulling your left hip back. Exhale, come through. Reach to the right. Ear comes down, shoulder comes down, and breathe into the entire upper back. Lean into it. Sit bones are even, and the breath is full. All right, plant your right palm flat. Inhale, come all the way up to the top. Reach to open your chest. Hand comes down. Take a big breath and drop your belly. Look up to the ceiling. Exhale, round through the back. Press up through the mid-spine. Inhale, open the chest. Nice and long. And exhale to round through. Come back to center. Let's make our way into puppy stretch. So a nice way to get into it is make your way into that cat stretch, cow spine, and then walk your elbows down. Keep lifting through the hips. Feel that stretch into the sides of your body. You can even bend the elbows and bring your palms together behind your head. And nice deep breaths. All right, release the hands down. Come back up into tabletop position. Walk the knees back a little. Now drop down the chest and the chin. Slide your heart all the way through. Let's make our way into Sphinx pose. So palms come to the mat. Forearms are parallel to each other. And we'll just hang out here for a moment. Sphinx pose. Let the belly relax. There will be quite a few back bends today, so we just need to really ease into the sensation here of opening up through the spine. This is a good time to acknowledge if you're only hinging from one spot in the body. Try to keep the flexion, the mobility in the entire spine. Now we'll take a full breath in. On the exhale, just lift your elbows an inch, maybe 2 off of the mat, coming into Cobra. Notice how that feels across the back. Taking nice full breaths. Breathe in. Exhale to lower the elbows down, slide the heart to the mat, hands under the shoulders, take a push back into child's pose. This time with the knees together, arms are still over your head. Breathe nice and deep. All right. Tabletop to downward dog. Take your time to lift through the hips, pedal out the feet. You can even rock the heels from side to side. And the hands are always pressing down and forward. All right. Take a breath in through your nose. Sigh out your mouth, let it go. Take a breath in and a breath out. Look to your hands, step forward. Just relax here for a moment in ragdoll. So take whatever variation of ragdoll feels good. Maybe grabbing for the elbows. Sway from side to side. Hands to your shins. Inhale, halfway lift, stretch your chest forward. Bow, exhale. Now inhale, come all the way up, rise up. Hands in front of your chest. Just notice how this feels with your feet planted on the mat. So we're kind of corkscrewing the legs into the earth. So we're feeling that nice engagement through the legs as they firm up, rise out of the hips. Take a big breath in, reach your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale to fold forward. Hands to the shins, take a breath in. Good, fingertips to the mat. Step back with your right foot, drop your knee. Let the weight of the hips sink down. And then you can come up onto the thigh, taking a low lunge for a few breaths. So although this feels pretty strong into the hips, it's definitely still a back bend. So see if you can feel a lift through the sternum, open up across your chest. Good. Hands come down to the mat, step back into high plank position. Lower knees, lower your chest and chin. Let's pull all the way through into a baby cobra. Lift the heart. Activate the posterior chain of your body. Exhale to lower the heart back down. Push back, tabletop, downward dog. Inhale to float the right heel up. Bend your knee, open your hip, stretch through the hip. Keep pressing down and forward with the right hand. Inhale to lengthen out the leg. Exhale, knee comes into your nose. Quietly step your foot beside your right thumb. Drop your left knee down. Uncurl the back toes. Then rise up onto your right thigh. Keep sinking down through the hips. Notice how your breathing is changing. Where is that shift? Now you can use the hands to lift up a little bit higher, decompress your lower back. Hands come down to the earth. Step your back foot forward. Inhale to lengthen. Fold, exhale. Soften the knees. Inhale, reach all the way up. Rise up. Exhale, hands in front of your chest. Take a breath in, reach up. And exhale to fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the mat. Left foot steps back this time. Drop down through the hips. Reach. Let's take the arms all the way up. So reach up. Bring the palms together. Thumbs land between the shoulder blades. Take a breath in, lengthen through the sides. Lift your elbows up and back. And just notice if you're sinking or dropping any weight into the low back. Alternatively, you could bring your hands to the low back, and instead of pressing the hips down, lift your chest up. Breathing fully. Breathe with purpose. Hands come back down to the mat. Take a step back to high plank. Lower chest, chin, and knees. Pull yourself forward and up. Let's take upward dog, upward dog. Feel the sensation in the upper back. If the upper back is nice and strong, keep pulling the chest forward through the gates of your arms. Big inhale. Exhale, belly to spine. Lift up and back. And inhale, the left heel floats up. Bend the knee, open the hip. You might hear a little bit of pop in. You might hear some movement in the bones and the structure of your body. Just really feel how this is moving into the front of the left hip, but also your right hamstring. Good. Take a breath in, lengthen up the leg. Exhale, knee to your nose. Step forward, drop your back knee. Inhale, rise up. So option, palms together, thumbs land between the shoulder blades, lifting up through the chest, or hands to low back. Feel that lift into the upper back, breathing nice and deep. And no pressure down in the heel of your hands if you are taking this variation. Now lower your fingertips to the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale to step forward. Inhale, stretch your chest. Bow, exhale. And now inhale, rise all the way up, reach up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Good. Take a big breath in to reach. Exhale to fold. Now we'll add on from here. Inhale, stretch through the chest. Exhale, step back. Let's come right into a high plank. Press the floor away. Downward dog. Downward dog. And now inhale, float the right heel up, three-legged down dog. Exhale, knee to your left tricep. Now kick your leg out to the left. Let the back heel fall to the mat. Reach up into fallen triangle. Keep pressing the hips up to the ceiling. Nice reach through the top hand. We're going to come here a few times today. So just notice how this feels in the strength of your body, lengthening out your sides. Good. Top hand to the mat, knee to your nose. Inhale to reach back, three-legged down dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. Take a flip over into wild thing. Lift the hips. Good. Press up through the hips. Ground down through the big toe of the right foot. Come back over, three-legged down dog. Take a big breath in. Exhale, float the foot down. Roll forward to high plank. Knees, chest, and chin lower. Inhale, baby cobra or upward dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward dog. Okay, other side. Inhale the left heel up. Exhale, knee to your right tricep. Now shoot your leg out to the right. Reach up right hand. Fall in triangle. Nice full breaths. Press the right hip up to the ceiling. Nice and strong through that supporting arm. You can lift the ribs higher and see how that changes the shape. Top hand comes down, knee to your nose. Reach back, come all the way back, flip over. Wild thing, soft, quiet, and light landing. Now, the slower and the quieter you move, the more strength you're using in the body. Good. Feel the breath, feel the reach through the left baby finger. Now come back over, three-legged down dog, nice and slow. Take a full breath in. Exhale, toes land. Inhale, roll forward. Drop the knees, chest, and chin. Inhale to upward dog or baby cobra. Exhale, lift your hips. Downward dog. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Good. Full breath in. Big breath out. Look to your hands. Step forward. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach up. Now interlace your fingers, palms face you, stretch through the wrist. Press the palms forward, rounding into the upper back, giving your wrists a little break. Inhale, come back up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the mat, step back, high plank. Let's make our way into downward dog, adding on to what we've just done. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, knee to your left tricep. Kick your leg out to the side, fall in triangle. Reach up. Keep pressing through the hips, strengthen up through the right arm. Top hand comes down, knee to your nose. Take a big inhale. As you reach back, nice long breath. Exhale to bend the knees, soft landing, wild thing. Come into wild thing. Lifting up through the hips. Engage your glutes. Keep pressing up to the sky. Good, come back through. Three-legged down dog, nice long leg. Take a breath in. Exhale, quietly step your foot beside the right thumb. Back heel high on top of the big toe. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, open up into a twisting crescent lunge. Back thigh is really high. So we're twisting through the chest. Reach actively through your fingertips. Deep breathing. Find the stability in your legs. Let's open this up into warrior two. Drop the back heel, sink down. Take a full breath in, lengthen. Such a long pose, and you can feel that here as we reach from one end of the room to the other. Nice full breaths. Now bring your hands to the mat. Three-legged down dog. Here's a switch. So we take three-legged down dog, sit up nice and high without dropping or banging your elbows on the mat. Lower down into three-legged dolphin pose. Keep reaching high through the top heel. Breathing to feel the connection as well in the core of the body. Are the ribs flaring? Pull them back in. Inhale, lift your elbows nice and slow. Come back into three-legged down dog. Exhale, float forward. Let the toes land. Go through a flow, down dog or child's pose. So we're just adding on bit by bit. All right, other side. Left heel up. Bend the knee. Exhale, knee to the right tricep. Let's take our fallen triangle. Kick out to the side, all the way up. Reach through, nice and slow with this movement so you can feel contraction in the body, especially through the left side. Stabilize your breathing. Top hand comes down. Inhale, lengthen back with the left leg. Bend the knee, open your hip. Flip all the way through, wild thing, nice and slow. So you can feel how this back bend is very similar to a wheel pose. This nice arch through the lower back. These are kind of like side back bends, so to tie off the practice at the end, we have to do a few symmetrical ones as well. Good, come back over, three-legged down dog. Take a full breath in. Exhale to step your foot beside the left thumb. Set up for a crescent lunge with that twist. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, twist. See if you could mimic that long, wide stretch as you would in Warrior Two. And breathing very deep. Power up through the back thigh. And now open up, reach up. Exhale into Warrior Two. Feel the spread across your chest, the activation in your upper back. All right, cartwheel your hands to the mat. Take three-legged down dog. Stay nice and strong through that upper leg. Left leg back. Reach through the heel. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower your elbows down. You could do it one at a time, or you could do it two at a time, entirely up to you. Press the forearms down and forward. Reach the heel higher. And just notice if the toes, the left toes, are they turning out to the side of the room? Try to draw them so they're pointing down. Good. Breathe in. Exhale, lift your elbows. Inhale, come forward to high plank. Set your toes on the mat. Lower chin, chest, and knees. Inhale into upward dog or baby cobra. Exhale, lift your hips. Downward dog. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to your left tricep. Come into your fallen triangle. Kick the leg out to the side. Reach up. Keep lifting through the hips. Good. Top hand comes down. Draw in through the right knee. Reach up and back. Wild thing to flip all the way through. Soft landing. Lift up through the hips. You should feel your heat rising now. I'm super glistening. I'll call it glistening. Come back over, three-legged down dog. Take a big breath in, get long through the leg. Set up for crescent lunge legs. Step the right foot beside the right thumb. Inhale, rise up, get long in this reach. Exhale, open up into your twist. Keep pressing the back thigh towards the ceiling. Good. Now open back up. Exhale into warrior two. Step into the outer edge of your back foot. There's a sense of reconnection to your breathing in this pose. Now we're going to make our way into half moon from here. So if you need to drag the foot forward, you can, or you can heel toe the back foot forward a few inches. And then slowly float the leg up. Take your time. There's no rush. Keep pressing back through the heel. Spine is as neutral as can be. Now, if you feel like the shoulders are dropping, it probably means that they are. Now slowly start to turn the left hip down, squaring off your hips. And we'll take the fingertips to the mat. Huge step back with your left foot. Drop your back knee down. Let's take a very long, low lunge. You might need to heel toe the right foot out to the side. Crawl your arms forward and get really deep into this lunge. Breathe into the left hip. Take 2 more breaths. Good. Come back up. Hands under the shoulders. Curl your back toes under. Step back into high plank. Option to flow. Come into down dog or child's pose, whatever your body needs to do. I'm taking the baby cobra option. Pushing back through the knees, and then right up into down dog. All right, left side. Take a breath in, reach up. Exhale, knee to your left tricep, right tricep. Shoot the leg out to the side, come into fallen triangle. Reach. Press your hips, press the ribs up to the ceiling. Top hand to the mat. Wild thing, come all the way up. Bend the knee, open the hip, come all the way through. Land the toes, press your hips. Feel the stretch into the side of your body. Good, now come back through. 3-legged down dog. Find the stability in the hips. Exhale, quietly step forward. Set up for crescent lunge feet. Wiggle your toes to the back of the space. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, twist. If you need to widen the stance, go for it. Cinch in through the waistline. Rise through the top of the head. Now let's open into warrior two. Take a breath in, open up. Exhale to sink down. Such a long spread. Keep pulling up through the lower abdomen. Draw in through the ribs. And then slowly transition into half moon. You can heel toe the back foot forward. Take your time. Engage the right glute as you lift the leg up. You might not have to come down as far. Eyes steady on one spot. Keep breathing. Now start to turn the right hip towards the mat. Top of the knee starts to point down as well. Fingertips land on the mat. Step back for a deep lunge. Wiggle the toes as far back as you can. Heel toe, left knee out to the side. Drop your right knee down. Crawl your hands forward. Breathe in and exhale to get right into this deep stretch. Let the weight of the hips sink down. And come back up onto your hands. Take a step back into high plank. Option to flow, or you could come right into down dog or child's pose. So knees, chest, chin, lower. Inhale to your up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, lift your hips, down dog. Let's give our wrists a little break. Walk your hands towards your feet, and we'll take the hands, slide them underneath your feet. Just massage it out. Head is heavy. Rocking forward and back on your toes. Massage your wrists. Okay, crawl your way back up. Come into your high plank. Nice and slow. Take a breath in. Lift your hips, downward dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to your left tricep. Kick your leg out to the side, reach up, fallen triangle. Top hand comes down, nice and slow. Come all the way up and back, wild thing. Maybe on this time, instead of landing your foot, keep the heel high. Try to squeeze through the right glute. Find that balance there. Good. Come back over, three-legged down dog. Take a big breath in. And exhale, step forward. Come into that crescent lunge shape. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to twist. Breathing nice and deep. This is the last vignette of this one. So reaching through. Inhale, back up into warrior two. So we'll inhale, get that reach. Exhale to open. Nice full breaths. Take a steady breath in. Exhale. Let's make our way into half moon from here. So come forward, lift, float the foot. And just feel the connection of the glutes here. So this lateral flexion, we're tapping into the glute med. So that's more like an outer hip side of the body. Let's come into a revolve half moon here. So bring your left hand down. Turn the hip so that the inner thigh turns to the ceiling. Right hand to your hip. Keep breathing. Smile while you're here. It's kind of hard to do. Keep lifting up through the back leg. All right, hands come down, low lunge. Heel toe, the right foot just out to the side. Drop the back knee down. Take a breath in, sink down, stretch it out, nice and low. We're pretty low to the earth. And our next transition will be one to really feel the slow and subtlety as we come from here into eagle pose. All right, so come back up onto your hands. Curl your back toes under. Lift the knee. Bring the foot on the inside of your right thumb. And now inhale, rise up. Let's come up into crescent lunge. Exhale to bring your right arm under your left. Bind at your elbows, then at your wrists. Focus on a spot that isn't moving. Transition the weight forward. And then float the left leg up. Wrap your toes. Sink down. Wrap the toes if you can. If not, activate the foot by pointing it to the back of the space and then stretch through the upper back. All All right, inhale, come all the way up. Step the feet together, big stretch. Exhale to fold forward. And inhale, lengthen. Hands to the mat, step back to high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Last time, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to your right tricep. Kick the leg out to the side, fallen triangle. Option, float the left foot up. Keep pressing the floor away. Reach higher through the right hand. Good, top hand comes down. Take a big breath in, lengthen back. Now bend the left knee. Come into wild thing. But try not to, whoop, I'm gonna fall over. Try not to let the heel touch down. You might need to play with that a bit. So we're just squeezing the left hip, the left quad, sorry, the left hamstring. A bit of a balancing act. Good, come back through, lengthen out the leg. Exhale, knee to your left thumb. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to twist. Lengthen out the left side body. Instead of sinking into it, feel that nice stretch. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Take your time to come into half moon pose. So slide the back foot forward. Ease your way into it. Option to reach up with the right hand. Keep flexing the right foot. So 5 points of energy through the crown of the head, through the feet and hands. Reaching, reaching. Now slowly, hands to hips. Turn your right hip down, inner thigh rotates towards the ceiling. Bring your right hand to the floor or to a block. Reach up with the left arm or bring your left hand onto the low back. Revolve half moon. Press the heel high. Take a breath in. Fingertips come down on the exhale, low lunge. Step back with the right foot, heel toe, left foot out to the side. Drop your back knee. Take an inhale. Exhale, crawl yourself forward. Sink down through the hips. Good, all right. So come back up onto your hands. Heel toe, the left foot on the inside of the thumb. Curl the back toes under, lift your knee. Inhale, rise up. Ooh. Eagle pose, swing the right arm under your left, bind at your elbows, then at your wrists. Feel the separation of the shoulder blades in your upper back. Now lean forward, take an inhale. Exhale, start to bring the right knee forward, wrap your thigh, wrap the toes, lift your shoulders, lift the elbows, Squeeze down through the hips. Now, the more you bend your knees, the tighter wrap you'll get in the legs. Good. Inhale, reach up, come all the way up to the top. Exhale, hands at heart center. All right, take a breath in, reach, nice and slow. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to high plank. Bring your knees, chest and chin to the earth. Inhale. Let's do a little baby cobra. Exhale, push back, tabletop. Downward dog. Lift onto your toes, walk through your hands to seated, and onto your back. Windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Now we'll do 2 symmetrical back bends. So symmetrical meaning that we've done a lot of wild thing, which we go back and forth from side to side. So here we're going to come into bridge and then wheel. So symmetrical back bend this way. Walk your heels in. And the heels should be underneath your knees. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift your hips up to the ceiling. Walk your shoulder blades underneath you and then interlace the fingers. Now, if that's not feeling too comfortable for the elbows or the shoulders, just let the hands be free. Press your pinkies into the mat. Lift your hip bones high. Sink your navel to spine. Good. Let the hands come out from underneath you. Unroll the shoulders and lower yourself down. And just take a few moments here on your back in resting pose. Knees can knock together. Breathe into your back. All right, bring the knees back to neutral, heels underneath the knees. Option to come into a second set of bridge, or you could come into wheel. I'm going to instruct wheel here. Bring your hands beside your ears. Fingertips point towards your shoulders with your elbows straight up to the ceiling. Take a breath in. Now we're doing this slowly, so we want to feel every step of the way. Come onto the crown of your head first and lift your shoulder blades off the mat. So that's the first modification of wheel pose. From here, if you want to go into the deeper, activate the shoulders, upper back as you press all the way up. Lift your chest, stretch, open the front of your body. Nice deep breaths, lengthen the tailbone. Okay, chin to chest, slowly come down into your bridge. Come all the way down, nice and easy. Hands come down beside you, lift onto your toes, and roll down. Let the knees knock together. And take a few deep breaths into your back. Slide your hips to the left. Bring your knees into your chest and let the knees fall to the right. Arms can open up into whatever variation feels good. All right, knees come back to center. Slide your hips to your right, knees to chest, and let them fall to your left. Come back to the center. Soles of the feet together. Let the knees drop open. Just take a moment in Baddha Konasana. You could even bring your arms over your head. Take nice full breaths into the abdomen. All right, hands to the outside of the knees. Help your knees closed. And take rest in either final Shavasana or come into a seated meditation, whichever your practice requires to absorb the efforts of the last hour or so. It does take a little bit of practice to really let yourself go as you soften into the mat. Weight of your body dropping heavy. Shoulder blades heavy, hips and heels really heavy onto the earth. So just take your time here. You can stay in a nice long Shavasana. When you're ready to continue your day, move slowly and move with ease. Thank you all for your energy. Have a wonderful day. From my heart to yours. Namaste.